Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Blockchain Central. Today we'll take a closer look at Ethereum Classic. This cryptocurrency has many similarities with the well-known Ethereum. Ethereum Classic came to life due to a hard fork of the Ethereum blockchain and uses the original Ethereum blockchain. Similar to the other blockchain solutions, the Ethereum Classic network is decentralized and consists of many nodes, which communicate with each other and verify transactions. Ethereum Classic is characterized by the usage of smart contracts and dApps. Smart contracts can be programmed with Ethereum language and self-execute when specified conditions are met. dApps are applications which developers can build on top of the Ethereum Classic blockchain and fulfill a specific task and purpose. All of these features are exactly the same as in the Ethereum blockchain. For all of you who are not familiar with the concept of Ethereum and want to know more about it, please take a look at the video on this subject. But if Ethereum and Ethereum Classic are almost the same on a technical level, why are there two different cryptocurrencies? To answer this question, we have to go back to 2016. At this point of time, only the original Ethereum existed, and it was already a popular cryptocurrency. During this time, the Ethereum network formed the so-called DAO, which stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. The DAO was a complex smart contract with the aim to fund future dApps on the Ethereum blockchain. It can be best compared to a decentralized venture capital fund. Investors could buy DAO tokens in exchange for Ether and participate in the decision-making process of the DAO. Once a proposed project received the approval by the DAO, at least 20% of the votes, the project got the required funds to develop the dApp. This concept was very popular, and within 1 month, the DAO collected over 150 million worth of Ether, which represented about 14% of all issued Ethers. Unfortunately, the code of the smart contract, which controlled the DAO, contained a loophole. The loophole exploited the split function, which was initially intended to allow users to start a child DAO. That was possible once they disagreed with the decisions of the DAO and wanted to support different projects. However, the loophole in this split function allowed hackers to steal 50 million worth of Ether. According to the smart contract, the stolen funds were locked for 28 days and could not be transferred anywhere else. The Ethereum community had to make a decision. They could either accept the lost funds or agree to a hard fork and roll back the system to the pre-hack state. If you want to learn more about the DAO effect, you can check out the video on the subject right here. The majority of the community voted for the recovery of the funds and conducted a hard fork by separating the chain right before the hack occurred and refunded the stolen money. The newly created blockchain continued as Ethereum and was supported by its founder, Vitalik Buterin, and the Ethereum Foundation. However, the remaining part of the community refused to follow the newly created blockchain and continued to support the original system. The blockchain which accepted the loss of funds was called Ethereum Classic. But why would users prefer losing funds over restoring them? The answer to this question is somewhat philosophical. The founding supporters of Ethereum Classic believed that the code is law. The code should always be immutable. Therefore, it was more important to follow this underlying philosophy than restoring the stolen Ethers to the rightful owners. As a result, accepting the lost funds was the only justifiable option. One of the biggest supporters of the Crypto-Idealists and the Ethereum Classic is Barry Silbert. Today, both cryptocurrencies exist independently from each other. Ethereum has grown to the second largest cryptocurrency and is used as a platform for many ICOs. Ethereum Classic is among the top 20 cryptocurrencies in terms of market capitalization and has decided to change its monetary policy from an unlimited token emission to a fixed cap monetary policy at 210 million coins. The difference in market capitalization reflects in the popularity of both cryptocurrencies. Ethereum has a large number of supporters and the support of over 150 corporate partners with its Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. The Ethereum Classic platform, however, has fewer supporters. Okay, so what can we take away from this video? Well, First of all, you have learned that the loophole in the DAO project in 2016 initiated a hard fork of Ethereum. Ethereum Classic represents the original blockchain and is supported by the Crypto-Idealists and follows the code is law concept. Interestingly, the well-known Ethereum continued on the forked blockchain and refunded the stolen funds of the DAO hack to the rightful owners. Today, both blockchains coexist. The future will show how both rivals develop and where they will find themselves in the crypto space. That's it for this episode of Blockchain Central. Before you go, please note that this video does neither represent financial, legal, or tax advice, nor is it supposed to be understood or interpreted as solicitation to buy or sell any securities, coins, or tokens. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Blockchain Central to never miss a beat. Happy investing.